friends and family. As you know, we've been living and working in northern Nigeria for the last 18 months or so. We find these video updates very awkward, but please bear with us. Thank you so much for all your love, prayers and support. Johnny?
I can't do this. I hate every second of it.
Okay, we're together. Just give me your update.
Okay, so I work largely off-site and in communities, working for the mission department arm of CFM. We have two main objectives in the mission department. Firstly, we work in communities that have not heard the gospel. So we work in those communities in order to reproduce disciples, to reproduce churches, so that their communities will be transformed by the gospel. The second objective we have is to work in impoverished communities. And our objective there is to help to provide assistance as we help to develop those communities. We do that through working with other organizations to partner with them to help people with small loans for small businesses. We also help with basic healthcare, basic education, and inevitably what we do a lot of the time, a lot of our projects, we're involved in peacemaking between different communities who experience a lot of conflict together.
Alright, my turn. Okay, so we work for a really small charity, so our time and our energy and talents are stretched into many different places. So I guess what I do could loosely be formed in admin and policy, a bit of team building and team leading, counselling and discipling young people, and a little bit of fundraising. Most of my energy is spent here on our main site in Murinalhiri, and it's spent looking after and assisting in our crisis home for children and youth who have come through extreme trauma, neglect, abuse, or violent backgrounds. Many of the children that we care for here have been victims of the Boko Haram terrorism and insurgency that swept through this region of the nation from 2010 through to 2015. So a lot of work, but God is really faithful, and we thank Him for the transformation that we see every day in the life of our children.
One testimony that we're really celebrating from last year is the work going on in a community out in Gombe State, in a very rural area. We have some missionaries working in a community there to reproduce disciples and to plant churches. And something very special is happening there, because they're working in an area that is dominated by men in all these practices. And the women in the community are actually taking a stand. They're actually receiving Christ, and they're starting discipleship groups. Not just one woman, not just two, but they're working together to multiply discipleship groups in this community that is always being dominated by men. And they're making a stand and saying, no, Jesus has come to revolutionize our community, to bring life, to bring vibrancy to this community. And the old things, the harmful practices done in the past, they're not here to stay. But change is coming to this community. So we're standing with those missionaries, and we're really appreciating what God is doing in that community.
Okay, we're coming to the end of our video. We wanted to introduce you to our newest family member. This is Tank. He will one day be my guard dog.
But he's not quite there yet. Are you, buddy?
We also have some news.
We're gonna be parents.
Woo!
Which is super exciting.
A little bit scary, but we're really excited for what God's doing. In light of that, we're actually going to take a trip to Europe and the UK to have the baby. So that will be from June through to August. The baby's coming in July. So if you're in that area, that neck of the woods, please get in touch with us. Okay, I think that's everything. To our financial and prayerful supporters in the last year, thank you so much. We can't do this work without you. If you're interested in supporting us this year, please, there's a number of ways you can do that. Please get in touch with us.
Thanks so much for your love and support, and we hope you have a great year.
Yeah, love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.